last time?
I always have a name generator open, dude.
Yeah,
There were some pretty good ones.
Here we go.
Probably smart because
Is it? Are we back?
We're back.
You know what that means, motherfuckers? It's Thursday.
It's
Oh shit!
It's Wednesday. The Thursday and Tuesday.
It is the Thursday
I'll
of
give you that.
It's so good every time. It's so good.
Never gets old.
It doesn't. It's so good.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
great.
Great.
So it's Tank Day here in Richmond. That's pretty fun.
What is Tank Day?
Tank Day, it is the 1 year anniversary. It's the first Tank Day as well. The first annual Tank Day. The 1 year anniversary of a man driving a APC down the downtown streets of Richmond.
Which he stole?
Which he stole from a military base nearby and then live streamed while talking about his anime girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna talk about?
Cheers to Tank Man.
He's in jail.
Cheers to Tank Man.
Yeah, to Tank Man.
Dude, my hero. A fucking
And all
legend.
anime girlfriends.
And all anime girls. This one's for the anime girlfriends trended.
And
Baby.
waifus.
Oh, I forgot about
Waifus? Waifus? Yeah, the waifus.
This one's for Trendon and his anime girlfriend.
He would have one.
He's got her on a body pillow though, so it's almost real.
Don't talk shit about body pillows, guys. That's not
Talk
cool.
shit about Trendon. Oh, wait.
I'm
Hey,
not.
Trendon. Trendon is our number 1, 2, 3, and 4 fan.
I thought it was Clark.
We're not gonna talk about Clarks.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Anybody else?
No.
I picked the cup today.
No. Okay.
Why would you do that?
For fun.
Hey, man.
I wanted to
Put the
savor the
cup?
aroma.
You're just keeping it? You're letting it stew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I finished my building project yesterday, so I am celebrating
With another building?
with another building. 2 more.
A celebratory building for the last building's completion.
Yes.
We're gonna build a building in honor of this building that we built. It's appropriate.
Yeah, it's out by the airport.
Oh, for real?
That's just a fun
Yeah,
fact.
there's a big Amazon building. We're building one right next to, but we're not going to build it for quite a while. So
Oh,
probably.
I thought maybe you were
6
building another
months.
secret base under the airport.
Alright. It's gotten boring.
Well, to build another, there would have to be one there in the first place.
And momentum is gone.
And it's gotten boring, you guys.
Too far.
Now we're bored.
You just
All right,
started
now we're-
talking about it. I'm gonna kill the music. That was what that just happened. That was. I'm just kidding. We're back.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That killed my mood. To be honest with you.
We'll drink some more liquor. You'll get there.
The last time was very interesting. Lots happened out in the night, away from the caravan, in the Nighthood. Cannon got a new hat, and he's really leaning into it.
Get it?
You guys were surprised by Enzo's appearance after your leaving of the caravan, and
I fell off the cart.
Cap One was very surprised. I think Bell maybe was the most surprised.
Yeah.
And then you decided to induct him into a newly founded knighthood
I mean, there was an initiation process that we all went through.
that everyone definitely went through.
It's called Stonesbrook.
Yeah.
The initiation is you gotta murder some townsfolk.
Allegedly.
You allegedly murder townsfolk. And we left off after Enzo took a little spirit quest to find an arrow with Castus after shrugging off some of that lean. Enzo, not as used to lean as he had hoped, went out, had a little moment, nice sweet conversation, and then Cap One and Bell found Enzo on the ground in quite a sorry state. And we're in the process, after seeing some mysterious shadows in the night fly over, in the process of carrying them back. And we'll pick up.
Was it in the morning?
I don't think so. I think you're just getting back. Pick up as you guys are returning from carrying Enzo between you. He's passed out at this point on the walk back.
Would we know whether or not there's room to lay him down in the cart tent?
Yeah, there's room.
Okay.
You guys aren't in it, so I think only 2 people are in it, so.
Let's do that.
So you guys go and you put him in the cart.
Yeah.
Castus, Cannon are in there sleeping.
Cast the finger. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
Well, I'm sleeping. I don't see.
You feel it, though.
He just fingered Castus while he's sleeping.
Yeah. How are you giving me the finger?
I'm not. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to get Enzo in there.
Dude, that's a finger.
All right.
Oh, Bell, you think we should wake him up?
No, not really.
Well, how much time do you think we got till sunrise?
Can I do like a check and see, or just what? Do I know what
Bullshit
time
me.
it is? Yeah, I don't know. 12 hours.
Let me get the dice. Roll out.
Deception. I have shit deception, so
Make a survival check for me.
okay, might be able to do that. How much longer till light? Where is survival? I shake up my magic 8-ball.
Oh, okay. Ask again later.
Two success. One disadvantage.
So, even though it's been a long night of tomfoolery, you guys have spent quite a bit of time with these games. They all started happening during the night, and you've done 4 different events now at this point.
Jesus.
With some subcategories.
Subcategories.
He says.
There's probably only about 4 hours till morning, till daybreak.
I'm gonna try to sleep, I think, for a little bit.
Well, we were on second watch, you and I believe.
Yeah, then everybody I think kind of got up though.
Well, yeah, when
In the
it
middle
showed
of-
up.
yeah, in the
then
middle of second
that
watch.
whole thing happened.
Yeah. He showed up in the
Or do I-
middle of the night.
Take a nap for a couple hours.
All right. And so, anything else happened this evening, or?
I'll just inspect my collection of bones.
All right.
Rattle, rattle, rattle.
Yep, they're still there. Do I need to make a
Alright.
perception check?
No, I think you can figure it out without a check. All right, so we'll push through. That's the last watch, since the second watch kind of, happened. So we can pick up morning. Chap 1 sitting with a small bag of tiny bones and a number of larger bones. I don't know your exact numbers anymore, but
I have 8 large ones, and I will have placed them out around me in an octagon and be sitting in the middle of them.
okay, yeah. So I don't know who wakes up early, but
I do, and I pay no attention to that.
yeah.
It's the usual.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
I'm
so
trying some magic stuff that doesn't work. I'm just trying shit.
I would like to look at the stone tablet thing just to see if it's changed.
the disc.
Yeah, the stone disc.
Make a
Because we traveled a bit, and it felt like it was taking me somewhere out. Maybe see
make
if I'm
a
closer.
knowledge lore.
Okay. You ready?
No. Go for it.
2 success, 2 disadvantage.
So it definitely is a little more potent than before. You're more in tune with it.
So it feels like I'm closer.
Feels stronger. The feelings you're getting from it are stronger. You're not necessarily sure if you're closer to something, but you think that whatever signals are there are responding in a like just more magnitude. The threats kind of are. You're not really sure.
Okay.
But you'd notice that maybe make a knowledge adventure geography. Yeah, so
2 advantage.
you're not really sure.
I just throw it back in my bag.
All right.
And
Enzo is out, light, breathing. He's almost like a silent sleeper. You thought he might be dead for a second.
I'd like to take an arrow from who shot the initial arrow? Was it cannon?
I think so.
Yeah,
The only Bell cannon to shoot. I don't think Bell would have.
I'm gonna go look for my arrow, actually.
Oh, I want to take one out of his quiver, and if he's up, I'll just ask him.
Oh, are you awake?
I left my quiver in there. I'm awake, but I'm walking towards to get Piston's favorite arrow.
Oh, he's just out.
I just grab an arrow and
God, it was Piston's favorite.
and I put the arrow in Enzo's hands as he's passed out.
Okay, yeah, he's like on his side, like facing the side of the cart and just out. And now there's like just an arrow sticking like loosely out of his hand. All right,
Found
so
it.
make a survival check.
Yeah, you're not just gonna find it.
Make a survival
It's
check.
my arrow. Damn it.
It's up a stick. It's a stick.
The freaking snake.
That would have been if there was 3 threat. You haven't been able to find it.
Shit.
It went to the south. I do remember that.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Justin's gonna be really upset.
Alright, I'll walk back.
You bring the stick.
Yeah.
Alright,
There's a nice stick.
all in your cart.
There's a 3 advantages, a really nice stick.
It's relatively nice and in shape and coloring.
You could shoot it.
You throw it.
As Cannon
They were
starts
throwing
to approach camp, I will have been kind of cleaning up my bones, putting them back in the cart, and who else is out and about outside the...
Me.
Okay. Well, fellas. Come here.
Yeah. Okay.
When... After you left last night, Castus, after Enzo, our new member of the Knighthood, was doing his thing, he fell asleep, and shortly thereafter we noticed, I believe it was 3 large animals flying above us, circling.
How big?
Big. Damn near Prius size.
Did they see you?
Oh, I think so. They took off as soon as they were aware of our presence.
And
I don't know.
they
don't
weren't
know.
hunting you? Or?
I don't know. They could be.
You
They
scare
could be
them?
No, they saw us and took off. They might have seen us and bolted, but there's something I don't know. My gut tells me that they might be tracking us.
Well, we are an easy target now. We can keep an eye out. So you said this was through the night, or you think they're nocturnal?
Could be. Yeah. I don't know. It was early in the morning, long before dawn. So I would think it's safe to say that they are nocturnal or diurnal, possibly. Do I know that word?
I don't know that word.
Do I know what diurnal is?
I don't know what it is. Is that a real thing, or did you just make it up?
I'm pretty.
No, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Deer are diurnal. They're awake during the day and at night.
They don't sleep.
They sleep. It's just they're awake. They sleep twice.
I don't know. I'm squeaking. I've never seen a deer sleeping.
You haven't lived.
It's a sight, my friend.
So yeah, I don't know if we want to try to make preparations in case they come back. They could come back in greater numbers. They could not come back at all.
I'm gonna start to peel away at the bark of my stick.
All right.
You don't say anything about. I'll give you this information. He just starts.
I like bend a fingernail back.
How many days out from Sutton are we?
Check the map.
Like 3.
I'm asleep. I didn't say that.
Well, yesterday we said 4, but if we get going right now, it'll be 3.
That checks out, guys.
Well, we should probably get moving.
Alright, I start hitching up Piston.
Okay.
I'll stay in back and monitor Enzo.
Make a animal handling check for me.
I got her a stick.
Or,
Really pretty
make
one.
a survival check.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. So you kind of present the stick a little bit when you're like getting her ready, and she kind of sniffs it a little bit, and you definitely read into that. Does her like
Guys.
you kind of hold it up, and the horse kind of goes up, just like, I think that's about it. But like,
Amazing.
all right, so Pistons.
I'll save it.
Okay. Pistons hitched. Are you guys just loading up? Enzo's still out.
That's fine. Let him sleep. And I'll start going.
All right, so you guys are off on the road.
Clap, 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 clap.
So Cannon's up front. Anyone else up in the front?
I think I'd be up front with him. That's
All right.
how I pictured us riding for most of the trip.
Good to know.
Have the
You have
weirdos
all
in
your
the
bones,
back.
Cap One?
What was that?
You have all your bones?
Oh yeah. All
Bone
bones
check.
accounted for.
Bone check.
Bone check before we leave.
Hey, as we're sitting up front, hey Cannon, I think I found a name for this bone knife that I have. Let me bounce some ideas off of you.
Okay.
Really just one. I'm thinking about calling it the calcium deficiency. What do you think?
What language is that?
Just Corinian?
What's it mean?
Just comment. That's what Korean is.
Means life taker.
Okay, go for it. It's fine. It's a great name.
Keep the hood on.
Of course. What kind of question is that?
Where did I put that info?
Alright, so you guys carry on.
Is Belle still sleeping also?
Yeah, I'm asleep.
Okay.
Getting my rest.
Make a riding check for me
Yes, sir.
with a boost die. I got the
I'll
boost,
put-
but the
you
boost
got it?
in there
Okay.
for cast is helping.
Ooh.
Piston seems a little grumpy today. I think you can't help but think it's because of the arrow.
You like the stick, though.
Favorite arrow's gone.
Alright, so you guys carry on for probably about 4 or 5 hours.
What time would you say it is now?
It's probably 10 a.m.
I would wake up by then.
Alright, Enzo is still out.
I'll wake up. Oh God.
You guys can have a group chat here before Enzo comes too. But
He's part of the group.
are you guys good, or do anyone have any?
So the Nighthood, huh?
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense for you. Yes, I get it.
The Clarence Marrow of the Knighthood.
Okay, really leaning into that nickname I workshopped with you. Okay.
I don't know if I like it.
Oh,
Well,
what are your reservations with Nighthood?
Mine?
No, Castus.
I'm just wondering if, like, I don't know, we are now officially a group.
Are we? I look at him through the
Yes,
eyebrows
of
my
course,
head.
Cannon. We had a whole initiation process last night, or maybe that was the drugs.
Or maybe Enzo is the only member.
You have a point.
No, I don't. He didn't find the arrow.
True.
That's
Remember,
the 4.
that's the 4.
And this little moment, Cannon, in your mind flashes back where you remember seeing Piston kiss Enzo on the cheek.
Bitch. Can I see your gun, Bo?
Are you?
I'm
Are
screwing
we
my
like taking?
notebook.
Are we stopped or?
No, we're
No, you
moving.
guys are moving.
Okay, I think I'm in the back. I don't know how this setup.
Yeah,
It's
like you're in
working.
the
You're in
back.
the front.
There's only 2 people up front. It's Castus and Cannon. The rest of you guys are in the back.
It's a covered wagon.
Can I?
It's not
push-
far away. You guys can have like normal conversation level talk. So you're like 6 feet away
Okay.
from each other.
Like a road trip.
Man. I think you should do a check. I think you should try to charm.
Okay, he's okay. Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
I'm willing to give it if we can.
All right, let me get my cheat sheet out. I think it's charm,
we
but
can
it's
make it
cool.
work.
Mhm.
Oh man, I
So
do
what's
want
your
it to
cool,
work,
Chris?
but
What's your cool?
cool is a lot. It's 1 yellow, 3 green.
All right. You're making that charm check, Cannon.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So close.
One disadvantage.
Oh man,
You barely don't give it to him. You're like, yeah, I could. Maybe not. But it's like that moment. It's almost you're like, sure. And then there's just that last little.
What was this for?
He wanted to. He asked for to see the gun.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe another time.
Alright.
I want this to work, but I'll probably
Alright.
just give it. I'll let you see it next time because I'm interested where it's gonna go.
He just puts down Enzo.
Oh God!
Give me that arrow.
Sorry. All right. Yes, you guys trundle on. No guns are given around. Can I get the people up front to make a perception check for me?
Sure thing.
Both of you guys roll independently.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Oh my.
here we go. It's to the races. Again, Cannon.
I like it.
Oh,
Again.
Hey.
Succeeds.
That was scary.
That was
Just double despair, like everything, like a giant spider opens up at the road, a dragon comes out.
Why
of
a
the sky. Just everything bad.
Jesus. What I say?
So you're noticing that the kind of gentle savanna is switching kind of terrain to a more desert type. So like the sparse plant life and things like that start to fade away, and you're starting to notice it's just generally getting a lot hotter. And while you're kind of thinking like, geez, we're changing climates, you're looking, scanning the horizon, and you see it's like it's a I can't think of the word. An oasis, like a kind of like a pond with, like, you see like a patch of green off to the south, and you think you see the reflection of water off to the side.
We got green and blue ahead.
Where?
South.
I can go for some green and blue.
Can I hand them my spyglass and
Done.
see if they can?
Ah.
I don't know if that would help.
I'll take the spyglass. Thank you, Bo.
Yeah, I'll hand it.
I'll leave my hand out for a gun.
Nothing, right? So, Cassis, as you're peering through the spyglass, you see some like.
Where did you say this was?
I like shift his whole head and hands.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, so as you're looking through, you see some pretty lush, like.
Ooh, it's
plant-
very lush.
Plant life in water, and you see some like trees with fruits on them, and it looks like it's a nice oasis.
Guys, we should stop at this.
How
Nice
big are the
lush.
fruits?
From here, looked like watermelons.
From here, they look like watermelons.
I mean,
growing on trees.
the spyglass kind of, makes things bigger. I don't mind.
One of Coolio's favorite meals, dude.
Oh yeah, coolio.
The tree watermelon, known as like a mango. Like, I don't know. Like,
Arbor melon.
is that a thing? The arbor melon, the arbor puss.
Callback.
Callback to arbor pusses everywhere. All right. So, are you guys, what's going on?
I think we should refill our water and stop the war. I mean,
Let's
that's
talk to
that
the
for sure,
peeps.
but maybe.
It's getting really hot. I'm gonna take my hood off. Like, kind of like, I don't know, it's hot, so strip as much as I can.
As much as you can.
Well, just like,
You have to tell me how much you take it off.
like if I could like like if I'm wearing like a fucking jumpsuit, I want to wear like my top part like just hanging down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my pants around and like my
No,
shoes
think of
are-
it like I mean, it's dark, soft leathers, right? It won't be the coolest of things in the hot
Right,
sun.
I know.
But imagine like a series of like belt fasteners across the chest and like some on the arms, like tighten it on and keep it really tight and snug.
All right, I'll loosen it up and kind of peel it off of me a little bit.
So Cannon's kind of like the sleeves kind of open up and they're kind of drooping down, so like they're hanging down here up to the elbow and just chest open.
Rippling.
Ties on the side out. I don't know. Is Cannon ripped?
So ripped.
Dude, he's ripped.
Kind of new. Been working out.
No, I'm just hungry.
Fair enough.
um,
Well, to the melon.
all right, yeah, so you guys had. That's what he says every time he takes his shirt off.
To the
melons. All right, so as you guys head over there, it's probably it's like almost a mile off to the south of the road. But as you approach, you see like large grasses, like big bushes that are just tall grasses that are maybe like 14 feet high, and they're just like big poofs around, and then the trees with the fruit on them are kind of hanging above them, maybe 30 feet up. They're kind of like palm trees, but like a little bit different, like skunk texture. And as you guys keep getting closer, you're able to find some of the grass. I guess are you going in?
Yeah, I want to grab a piece of fruit.
I would
Climbing a tree?
Yeah, I'll climb a tree.
I would like to wait at the bottom.
So make a athletics check for me, Cannon.
Athletics. Sure.
Alright, so you kind of go up and you hug the tree and you start just kind of shimmying up. Using like a push-pull kind of method to keep yourself going up, and you're able to get up to the top.
Okay, I take out my little dagger.
Yeah, and these fruits, so it kind of like picture the shape of a mango, but like bigger. Maybe like the size of like a football.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
And they
Cut one
have,
down, Cannon. I'm right here.
They have this like light green skin, and then instead of turning orange, it's kind of this purple.
Yeah. It's cool looking. And I cut a couple down.
Yeah. I'm able to get 6 off the tree.
Oh.
Check your books for it first.
yes.
Francis.
What?
Check your books for it first.
My books are on the cart. I don't.
Well, to see if we can eat them.
Well, why don't we just try?
Top one,
Yeah.
come try this fruit.
Oh, I'd be.
Just toss him under.
Oh yeah. Toss me one.
Actually, like, you have eaten most. I mean, you are the best candidate.
I mean, if it's poison, I might be the best candidate.
Well, I mean, Capon's like the race Capon.
Here you go.
Capon's race is like resilient to eating things.
Okay.
I will eat it.
They're natural scavengers.
I just take a bite. Big
Well, it's got a
bite.
tough skin. You just kind of go
Like an orange peel.
I cut it open with my calcium deficiency.
okay.
All the calcium is gone.
With
Rid
my
of the fruit.
calcium deficiency. Jesus.
All right. So as you kind of cut in this red juice comes out. It's like a bright pink juice.
Did I kill it?
It's a little thick, but so picture like the purple goes into like it's a light purple meat, and then there's like a thick sap that's kind of this pinkish red. And as you kind of cut into it, you get smells and it smells sweet, and it's kind of like a pineapple smelly kind of. With like really acidic and sharp, but then it's got like almost like a floral smell to it too.
Is it good?
I bite it.
So as you bite it, it's like really juicy, and the sap inside, the juice is really thick and sweet, and it kind of coats the inside of your mouth.
How much sap is coming out of this? I guess I'm like holding half of it.
It's an oozy thing. Yeah, it's an oozy thing. It's juicy. It's wet.
Like getting it all.
Right,
Get
so
the experience.
He starts going to town on this thing. Hey, try this. It's not like a little bite. It's just.
Oh, it tastes really good.
Like he's like devouring it.
Amazing.
So it's kind of like a pineapple mixed with like a. It's like a pineapple mixed with like a pomegranate.
Okay.
Well,
Damn, that sound good.
I'll eat one.
Oh, here's the other half. Castus, go
thank
for
you.
it.
I'll wait for
You better
physical
take a
reactions.
All right, yeah. They're eaten. You ate one.
How do I feel?
Like your mouth, like like it stays a coating in your mouth for a while.
Like
so you
honey?
can kind of keep the sweetness. Yeah, like you can feel it in there. Feel refreshed.
Come on,
Nothing-
these are delicious. We should get more. We can. Are there
There's
more?
more trees around. Yeah, it's not the only tree.
I'm still up in the tree.
Is there any up there?
No, he took all the ones out of the tree.
Oh, okay.
You get 6 from one tree, and they're the size of football. It's like.
Castus,
Yes.
help.
Okay.
I jump at him.
Oh.
All right, make an athletics check, Castus. What's your brawn cannon?
My brawn?
Yeah. How big are you?
I have a brawn of 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a disadvantage or a setback die for not being ready for this. you see cannon coming down from 30 feet up. By the way.
Oh God. Hey, hey, there we go.
You don't just catch him, but you avoid like banging heads.
Like,
and
hold the
any-
fruit.
Yeah. So you like land on your back, but you've got the fruit, and he's like, you guys are both okay. It didn't really hurt, and the fruit is unsanded, like it didn't fall in the sand.
Nice. And I pick him up. I help him back up.
A little warning would be nice.
I did.
Nice.
Okay. Work on our communication as a group.
All right, Piston. Let's go.
Well,
Whoa, we need to fill up our water.
Oh yeah.
and
Don't
we
we
need to
have-
get some more fruit too. I'd like to study these. There could be
Are there
some,
any like?
some
Are
kind
there
of
any
alchemical
residences?
purpose for these.
Any what?
Like residences of people
No, like
around the ways?
houses.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
He is down here.
There's not like any tents or houses or things around, but
It's like a watering hole, basically.
yeah. So it's like 150 feet in diameter. This pool. It's kind of a clear tinted blue water, and surrounding it is just like maybe 15 feet back from the edge of the pond. There's the grass shrubs and then the trees growing, kind of like a circle around it, but it's open a little bit to one side. I did say you saw water.
I'll grab the big gallon of water, or the big barrel of water. Fill it up.
We need help.
Cannon.
It's just a barrel of water.
I'll help you.
Alright, so you guys take the barrel over, start filling it up. It's gonna take a minute to figure out how to do it. Cap1, you wanna look for fruit?
No, I thought they were looking for fruit. Do we've got enough? We've got like 5 left. I'm gonna tell them to set one aside for me to study. In the meantime, I want to look for tracks and traces of animals, droppings, prints, fur, feathers, fangs,
Sure.
flatulence.
You do smell a fart.
Enzo with those lean farts.
Lean fart.
The day after lean farts.
Super high pitched.
Is Enzo, speaking of Enzo, I wake him up, try to wake him up.
Well, first let's do that survival check for Cap1.
Survival. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Alright, so you are able to find some like various small tracks Think like rabbit or like bugs, large bugs, scorpions, things like that. Over to one side though, you do find larger paws with claws.
I would like to investigate. I guess, let me be more clear. Do I know what they are? Like,
Make a knowledge adventuring.
you ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I might trip and fall on a stick.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
What is that?
Didn't pass, but you got a triumph, so okay.
You don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is, but it seems to be a very well left track.
Can I
Incredibly pristine.
From the triumph, can I tell that this might be an animal of prey, like a predator?
It's got claws.
Maybe how fresh it is.
Yeah, it looks probably maybe under a day old. It's very pristine.
Guys, we've got some. How big is it? I would like the size of my hand.
A little bit bigger.
Guys,
Large.
we got some. Looks like some big predators roaming around these parts. Large paw print over here. It seems to be, I don't know, maybe less than a day old, give or take.
Well, is it? Do you think it could be those things that you saw this morning?
Oh, it could very well be. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but after hearing Enzo's description of the chimeras, this could be it. This could be what we're looking at here. We are definitely in their realm now, it seems.
Do I know what a chimera is?
You'd have heard of them, I think.
Ever seen one?
No, you wouldn't have seen one, but you know that they fly, large predators that fly, and they are known for kind of like poison.
Oh.
And
Well, Capone, let's fill up this water, put it on the cart, and then make sure we're not being stalked.
Sounds good.
And
we can take a break there if you guys want to take the first quickie.
I need some fresh water.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And we are good to go.
Okay, I take the water back to the cart and set it up.
Alright. Because there's a full barrel of water.
Like
Call
5
it.
mongos.
Yep.
Well, water like goat's bad though, so got several days worth of water.
Yes.
All the
Good.
days.
I want to get in the water. I want to take off like my armor and my cloak.
Were you waking up
Wait.
Enzo?
Oh yeah, I was. I was gonna try to do that and then get in the water.
With Enzo?
No, probably not. Just solo mission.
Taking a solo mission into the pond.
Yeah, just like cool off. You know.
I do wanna whip up my like fishing line rope and start fishing with my bone
You have
arrows.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Alright, so after
yeah.
a few like slaps on the cheek and like shoves on the shoulder, Enzo, my gold. I have the worst headache. You have a very strange initiation process.
I tell him he should probably wake up and drink some water and eat some of these fruit. Come outside for a little bit.
Alright, so he, yeah. I will join you in a little while. I think I need to not be in the sun. He looks rough. He had a rough night. Alright, so you're able to go out. Are you still planning on
Yeah, I just want to take a quick
a
dip.
little bath?
I mean, I don't know.
Little bird bath.
Yeah, sure.
That's what your dad does.
Yeah, I'm not saying like strip, but like, yeah, rinse off.
Yeah,
So as you get close, the water is pretty clear, and you can see that it gets down to about like 15, 20 feet in the middle. But it's a pretty gradual increase in. You can see Bell start to kind of wade in, and the water's cooler than you expect.
Oh, it's nice.
Maybe like mid-70s degrees.
Ooh, that's cold.
Yeah.
Once I drop the water off, I'd like to do like a little perimeter check, kind of. Just look around at the.
This is our pond.
Yeah, exactly. Just with Captain One's knowledge to see if something.
Okay.
Not like just just strolling around, not really.
Like super actively. Just make a vigilance for me.
We're patrolling.
Yeah. So you don't see anything too. You do, like after the footprints are pointed out, you see more of them. And you don't see any present animals. See a few small, like mice and stuff like that in the shrubs. Maybe a few bugs. Nothing big.
Oh, Bella, that's a great idea.
A couple of those are especially gross.
Yeah,
I thought so.
yeah, I'm
He's
gonna,
like this like really pale slime-covered human.
Yep, pretty much. I think in the description of body type is sinewy. So
Gross.
I'm gonna strip down to my skivvies and hop in and wipe off.
Alright, you're able to do that.
Good. It's been
My skibbies.
a long time since I've had a bath. Long time.
Alright. Anyone else? Piston's drinking out of the pool.
I want to see if there's any fish in this water.
Oh, you're gonna try some fishing, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, make a perception.
Perception.
Yeah.
It's great. Damn. No fishies.
Well, you don't see any fish.
Fine. I'll put all my shit back and I'll dive into the water and see how deep it goes.
It's about like 12, 15 feet in the middle.
And there's just bottom. There's no like.
Nope. Not anything like this. It's just a sandy bottom.
Yeah.
While they're all swimming and I just do my perimeter, I would like to, kind of look around and then take out my sword and kneel down and stab it into the ground and try to commune with it.
As you're doing your perimeter walk, you kind of come upon this little secluded alcove, like between the big tall grasses that are above the head, and got maybe like a 10-foot little circle. And you sheath your sword from its custom sheath. You sit and close your eyes and begin to focus. Having a hard time with the heat, but after maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, start to feel something there, almost like a threshold, a precipice, with your mind, and then you go to the edge of it and go over. Vision fades in the familiar white background, the white misty background. Yeah. Atro, well, a hound of some type.
Gorehound.
A gorehound and a hag standing before you. They're kind of spaced out in like a semicircle with Atro being like directly in front of you.
Greetings, Atro.
You've been busy. You doing us proud. A hag so early on.
Is she ugly?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the hag, it's like if a human just barely wasn't a bird, like for the face. So like really forward and like crazy sunken in, like dark circle bagged eyes and like kind of hunched and like long fingers that are like that long, and like she's like Krell has had a few days to get used to it.
That's true. Does time pass the same in here?
It passes. Yeah, but like it's not just instant. It exists while you're not here, I guess. Or it seems like that.
Krell, good to see you.
Yeah. Sure.
Just so to catch you up, we are now called the Nighthood, so take that for what it is.
You've joined a team?
Nope, same team. Just now there's a formality. Anyways, do you want to stay in here?
Which one are you asking? Sorry.
Krell.
I can't say that I do. No, I'd like to.
He's gone.
Where are you? Good judge, bad judge. It's good touch, bad touch.
Oh yeah,
You judge them as like forgiven and innocent
yeah.
or guilty.
Good touch, bad touch.
Did he did give me the gold
Did?
or silver? He told me where it was.
Yeah. And, when you interrogated him, he seemed like he was just he wasn't any like high up there mastermind. He was a guy that trying to get by and ended up in a life of crime.
I give him.
And you see this like moment of like oh thank God, and like you see him like this tension that was in his body release, and he just kind of fades out.
Walk to the hag.
Gee.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
You are not long for this world. My sisters will have their revenge.
Oh? Your sisters?
We be three. and they will not stand for one of the coven going away.
Interesting.
You will have your eyes eaten by 1,000,000 worms.
Did you
Your soul
perchance
she's monologuing.
continue?
I love it.
I am a man of
No, it's
fine
okay.
arts.
It's really okay. She
Okay.
doesn't-
Is she doing a thing with her hand, like
like these big
this?
horrible claw hands.
As she's monologuing, I just look back at Atro like, what the?
Yeah, so evil creatures, so for some reason, they monologue eventually, but
I mean,
this is what the Court of Themis is for.
she didn't. What'd you say, Courts of Themis?
Yes.
And
That's
who?
what we
That's what
are.
this. Oh. And
You are a judge.
okay.
Congratulations on your first dark creature.
Oh. Redirecting my attention back to the hag. Perchance, did you live with your sisters?
You're just gonna keep going about how you're gonna die.
Okay. I see you're not very helpful.
She's basically
you
trying to like intimidate you.
Are your sisters as ugly as you are?
She's like, "Rah!" She's like, she can't get to you though. She's like, "Ah!"
I.
He fades out. Nice. That's right.
Thank you, Atro.
I remember my first dark creature.
Oh. What was it?
The vampire.
Oh,
Nasty bugger.
vampire. That's interesting.
Yes.
Wait, you were a judge?
I was the previous judge.
Why aren't you the judge now?
Well, I'm dead.
Oh.
Catch on what happens in here? It's like kind of. I remember when I talked about like as him the first time. It was a really strong character choice that I made. I'm still dealing with that.
Okay. And what's the Gorehound doing?
Gorehound's hanging out.
Hello, Gorehound. How are you doing?
Make a survival check. It's a dog. It doesn't react negatively or aggressively. It's just kind of like looking. Like you're the new person in this room. It's been in here for a week or two.
Sit.
You tell you to sit.
Yes.
Okay, make a. I don't even know. Another survival check, I guess.
Ah.
It kind of looks and lays down.
Ah, look at Outro.
That's interesting.
Hey, okay. Oh,
That's weird. I never kept any dogs in here.
well. More like clouds in here. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna call him Nimbus.
Nimbus?
Yes.
That's a weird name for a gorehound.
Well, he's
Pretty polite and cheery, don't you think?
not a Gorehound anymore. He is.
And he's a dead gorehound, Castus.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Hold on.
Oh.
So now, what do you? So hags? That's a worthy challenge for a judge.
Yes, I have to consult with the other Nighthood members. -1. And
The judges. It's our duty to
oh, you're right.
vanquish dark creatures doing evil.
Right, that was
the voice
my.
was drifted to
That
somewhere.
was what I left the military to do, wasn't it? I seem to have lost track of that at some point.
The world is a big place, but the judges of Venice were founded to fight the scourge of dark magic creatures and corrupt mages.
Well, then I must find the other two hags.
Or vampires. That was my start.
Well, maybe we can get to some vampires later.
Maybe a little more challenging than a hag, so maybe you should stick to the hag.
All right.
I'm just fucking with you.
I respect the sportsman-like competitiveness. But you're dead, so.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, what killed you? Don't say a vampire.
No. So, as you may have noticed, only things killed by the sword end up in here.
Right.
I was in Ghost Swamp. On the trail, some pretty nasty creatures, and ended up cornered with no way out, and felt that the only way to carry on and help the order was to
The Puku.
put myself in the sword so I could help the next judge.
Interesting.
Not recommend it.
Wow.
It's been 300 years since
Oh,
you found it, and I've just been hanging out.
you take care of yourself.
I mean, you just kind of.
Anyways, I'm gonna go.
There's a dog now, so that's different.
Well, maybe Nimbus will keep you company.
All right. Happy
Thanks.
hunting.
I would like to leave.
All right, you can just turn around and walk into the clouds.
I
And...
turn around and walk into the clouds.
And it's nighttime when we're gone. I have no idea where Cass is going.
You're on a raft in the middle of the pond.
I'm in the ocean.
Yeah, so you come to, and we'll cut away.
So
Two bathers.
while I have been floating on my back, enjoying the water, would I have felt anything while I'm laying there?
What is how close? How far does it go? What does it say? Sensing wise.
For like a range band?
It may or may not say. I just am curious in the wording.
Okay, let me look at that real quick. I don't think it says anything.
Okay, it'd probably be like more than 100 feet. Seems like a long way.
Can
But we'll see.
commune with the undead. Can commune. It only says in which manner I can communicate with the undead. It doesn't say anything about range.
No, I've rolled a die.
So I didn't feel anything.
No,
Okay, that's fine.
I have dice on my desk now to make decisions for me. So you guys are out there floating, cool water. At some point, Enzo comes out. Oh, you found an oasis. Starts, he basically does the same thing as everybody. He strips down, jumps in. This is wonderful. I needed this a lot. I don't know what Capwan!
Oh yeah, bud, it's great, isn't it?
What the fuck was that thing you gave me?
Oh. I've called it lean. It's
Bean.
lean. It's a concoction of my own design.
You failed, by the way.
I completed 3 of the 4.
Name them.
I made the hostess. What did I do last night? There was, of course, The other two, with no hands, that I couldn't do. No feet, and one of them with no trying.
He's good. He's good.
So what you took in, Zoe, was a draft, a brew I made of Knight's Tear.
That's a Knight's Tear in it?
And some oats and some water.
So it was just Knight's Tear, huh?
With the consistency of oatmeal.
You made Knight's Tear oatmeal.
He's a great alchemist. He makes oatmeal.
He finds a plant and puts it in oatmeal.
Old Quaker oat over here.
It's gonna be like all the healing herbs are just oatmeal that you have to rub on your.
He's gonna pack oatmeal into open wounds.
Oh God.
That's his thing. He just starts making oatmeal all the time.
Well, we're out of oats.
Oh, we're gonna
now.
get more, Cannon. You can always get oats.
Don't you know?
Oats.
Yeah, well, that is not something you can do every day, no?
If you can, you just might go a bit wackadoo in the old brain case there.
Well, only the best of the Nighthood can.
And I look forward to seeing you lead the way, Ganon.
I only have my hood on when I walk out of the pond.
Ganon is like ripped, bare ass naked. And just you guys couldn't tell because it was just the hood above water. And then he walks out.
Oh Jesus!
And I start to change. I put my
Is
clothes
it
back on.
looking good, Ganon?
I clench my butt at him.
At him. you just like the like.
I look like biceps. Flexing biceps.
Okay. Cannon's given the bum show.
Oh Jesus,
anyone.
Cannon, put some pants on.
I'm getting them on. I'm struggling because I'm all wet.
It's leather. Yeah, that's gonna be the worst. Alright, so as you guys kind of hang out after maybe 15 minutes, Castus returns.
Greetings, everyone.
Just missed people. They're yelling at Cannon to put pants on, is what you hear as you kind of come back around from the.
How big?
Yeah. How big?
Perception. You have the spyglass still, so.
Even if it's really small, you can still catch it.
Okay, everyone, we should probably get moving.
Oh yeah, let me get my skivvies back on here. Put my armor on and my hood.
Everyone goes naked. I see. Belle, you happen to also?
Anyways, so
gives you some
not naked.
eyebrows.
Not naked in the water. Still have clothes on.
I'm comfortable with that, so I speak up. Anyways, I've been thinking about old stories that I've heard with ugly hag-like creatures, and I think that they come in threes, not the stories themselves, but the hags.
Everybody make a knowledge lore check for me.
Oh.
Except for Castus. See if any of this rings any bells.
Holy shit.
How does everyone know? Everyone's like, oh yeah, hags do.
Oh yeah,
Castus, we've known.
oh yeah.
Right. So
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
There's a really famous like children's tale It's like about hags, and you guys didn't connect the dots, but it's like a nursery rhyme that's really dark, but for some reason, totally kids sing it.
After saying that, and they all nod. It's like, okay.
I don't think anybody.
This is in hags.
I don't know the actual story.
Did you make the check?
No, I mean.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I was just making up a. I can't believe they bought that.
They're like, haven't you heard the story? No one, but the threats are no one can remember it right.
It's in one of your books you brought.
I don't have any threats. I can
can't
remember
read any
the
of those
story.
books, Cannon.
That one remembers the nursery rhyme.
Oh.
You haven't heard the nursery rhyme of hags, bags, and rags?
No, I have not. How's it go again?
Oh, well, I don't think now's the time to be telling children's stories.
Well, anyways, in that story, there's 3, and
Oh,
then
so you do know it.
Right. Yes, and
You're a liar.
what?
just
I
has
was
the
the
hood
one who
underwear
initiated
on.
this conversation.
I'm over this.
And what I'm trying to get across is, we killed one. There's 2 more. We should probably find them. Right?
Can I make an intelligence check?
Me?
Yeah. The general intelligence check.
Okay. How do I do that?
Is it just one?
Oh, yeah, it is.
I got it. The math does not check out.
The math does not check out.
You're not convinced that there's coming 3s and you killed one, so there's 2 more.
That should have been a simple one, but he still would have failed. He's like, I've heard those numbers before. Yes.
Those fruits are doing something.
We should find the other 2 before we get to the Imperial City. At least I'm not sure if. You remember in that story, Cap1, if they are close to each other or what? I don't want to base all of our decisions on children's tale. But...
Well, from what I know, they work off of each other. They may not congregate together, but they do come in contact, and it seems they're able to play off each other's magic. So if the children's tale is any indication of what we're dealing with, the other 2 might not be as powerful as the one that we fought.
Okay, that's good news. So we're saying we killed the hag, and now we have the bags and the rags to...
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to find him.
We did find that stone tablet, the slab that you carry with her.
Yeah.
Maybe that might...
I am quite good at finding a trail.
Alright. Cool, Enzo.
Alright then.
Wow.
Well, maybe Enzo might be on the... Maybe we should see what he thinks about the slab.
The slab you're speaking of?
Okay. Here's the tablet pulled out of my backpack. One of you take a look at it. I've been looking at it for days. It's not doing anything, or I don't understand it. I have a sketching of it in my book, but I don't know what it does.
I'll take it from Castus and go, like, kind of review it with Enzo. I'll take it to Enzo and see what he thinks.
I walk forward.
Oh, I didn't know how much of more of a natural talent Enzo is. A learned man. Make a knowledge lore check for me.
You got the boost in there for him helping, or whatever it is?
Oh, he's gonna roll.
Oh, he's gonna roll. Oh, well, what the fuck?
Oh. Okay. He doesn't know dick.
I think all he knows is dick. Hit it, Cap one.
Should I look at it as well? I can look at it with my eyes.
Yeah, I think you're both. Nice.
So, you're able to pick up that this is it's both like, I don't know if map's the right word, but maybe compass more. And
Okay.
it's also type of seal. Feel that it's pulling you in a direction, and you're able to figure out that it's more like southeast.
We knew that, didn't we?
I'll
Yeah,
lean in-
but you weren't able to, when you checked it last, to figure out where
Oh.
the update.
I'll lean into Enzo and I'll kind of put my ear by his mouth and say, "Oh, what was that, Enzo? What did you say?" Oh, Enzo says that it's almost like a compass and a seal more than a map.
That one, I don't think
Shut up,
seals would be
Enzo.
in the. Okay. Seals are in the desert.
So yeah, it seems it's pulling once that way.
That southwest.
Is that what you said, or is he wrong?
No, that's right.
Okay.
He's good at directions.
Okay.
Like I said,
yeah,
just
southwest.
natural talent. He's the natural talent kind of guy.
Yeah, it seems to be pulling to the southwest, which is
That is out towards the desert more.
So
Keep
away
going.
away from Sutton.
God damn it.
Well, do you guys, can you tell how far away we are?
Not with those threat, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
Do you
Well, I
that a
think we
map?
should check it out. We have water. I mean,
Bell?
Unfortunately, I did not bring many provisions.
we have.
Where do we want to go?
I think we need to stop at Sutton first.
You want to go find another hag that almost killed all of us?
Yes. According to Cap 1, this one could be not as bad, and there are 3, so we should. I mean, they're evil, and we should destroy them.
No. Looking for trouble is not the best
We
way
should
to live.
distinguish the
Justice.
evil, Cannon.
There's a callback.
I want to go to town.
I want to go to town.
Okay.
Yeah, your
two.
leaders have spoken their words.
That's true. But we have 5
We can-
now, and
We could do a
Enzo.
leadership check on this.
I would like to go to
We're
town
sticking
on
with the
another
plan.
hag.
Thank you, Cap 1. I also vote for the hag. So, newly member of the Nighthood. Your first big responsibility.
You're muted.
The direction of where we are going is up to me. That seems
Not yet. Go ahead,
Okay.
make your vote.
I don't think either are bad choices. I would like maybe to get our horse. I left mine. Also, the chimeras are out in the desert. They are getting into their hunting ground.
Enzo, that's a non-answer. Please answer the question.
Yeah. Would have to say go to Sutton.
Just because of Bill wants to go there.
Sutton it is.
And you, Piston?
Wait, it's a donkey.
Well, dice for Piston. You think she wants to go into the desert, Cannon?
Damn it. Split again.
Best of 6.
The horse does not get a vote.
You guys see Cannon like interpret like just random horse activities.
What are you
as a
talking
vote.
about?
Like she just like was like by eating grass in the general direction of southwest.
Okay, you guys are the leaders. I concede.
I am a leader.
No, not you.
Thank God. I was going to really question the knighthood's choices if
Psh, Jesus. Enzo, you're not the leader.
guess this.
Anyways, Bell, Cannon, to Sutton.
I'm totally willing to go after the hag. I just want to we stop and get food and stuff.
I know.
First.
Well, regardless, I think we should be getting on the road.
All right, so you guys heading to Sutton?
Yes.
I think that's a good time.
To Sutton.
All right. So you guys pack up. Head out to back to the road. You guys maybe lost 2 hours, 3 hours. But you continue on for the rest of the day. Can I get the and then make another writing check for me. Boost die for those up front. Piston's upset you're not going deeper into the desert.
Piston, we have to go to town first.
Talking to the horse.
You can see that he's just like really poorly managing this like cart.
I close my book and
I'm going to softly whistle a little song.
Okay.
Possibly cast something.
Okay, with what intent?
Commune with the beast of burden.
To keep going towards Sutton?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, make a verse for me.
Okay.
Take 2 straight.
Yep.
After you see that Piston is upset, or how you interpret it at least, you start whistling and Cassius, you'd maybe feel a little tingle of something in the air. The same thing that always happens whenever Cannon begins to sing or perform.
feeling of a good song.
And Piston straightens out and starts heading on very, like, determined forward.
I try to click on beat.
Just like I'm just like whistling a little song.
He's, like, full-on beatboxing. No. Alright. So you guys, finish the heading that way. The day comes to an end, you unpack. Everybody's partakes, eat some food. You got, what, 5 melons?
Does anybody eat a melon?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm eating.
Who ate a melon?
Grab one and cast this.
We split one.
So as you guys are coming to...
I still got jerky.
I also have jerky. I just want to know if anybody's going to eat a melon. For
As you
reasons.
guys are coming to a stop in the evening and setting up camp, Justice and Capuan, you start to feel a little hazy.
Oh boy.
And Capuan, this feeling, you start to look up into the night sky and this clear night, not a cloud in sight. And the stars shift. Almost like some of the stars are shifting across. And you see them go by again. And like a quick swirl, and the stars are leading you. Like, just to the edge of, like, kind of like you get this feeling that you want to follow.
I will have.
And it would be familiar, in a way, to when you were in the desert of the Ghostwood, on your vision quest. It's the same kind of mindset after you spent months in the desert eating minimal food and baking into the sun.
I'm gonna
That same
stand
kind
up.
of headspace.
I'm gonna stand up, and I'm going to. In which direction are they taking me? Is it north, south, east, and west?
It's just like a little bit down the road. It's not anywhere into like the. And there's not like a bunch of bushes around. Like it's pretty flat. You're entering like a desert.
Did I feel the same way?
You're not seeing the same exact experience. You're feeling hazy, kind of just like your mind's wandering free, thinking about your sister in the Imperial City, your mother home back, just like memories, vivid memories.
I'm
You're
gonna.
just kind of thinking, Cap1, you're feeling a pull.
Yeah,
Kestis, you're just kind of content.
I'm gonna follow the pull.
As you keep looking up to the stars and seeing a shifting movement, a slither, like a curling pattern forward after maybe 60 to 100 feet. See this just like nodding spin, almost like an infinity pattern, and then the stars start to make more of a picture. See this dragon in the style of like a Chinese dragon, no wings, just like a flying serpent, made of stars, swirling around, and then it comes up and swirls and looks at you. And you've seen him before. This is when you were communing with Hazradon.
Ooh. I know who it is.
Yeah.
And I hear that voice that.
Hello,
I
little
heard.
one.
Hazradon?
Yes, we've journeyed far.
I didn't think I would ever get to hear from you again. You haven't spoke to me in, well, since I've left the Ghostwood.
I always keep watch over my flock. Even though you're far from home, still present, I've been watching.
What brings you to grace me with your presence this evening?
I've noticed that you're discovering a new power. Other than the gifts that I've granted you, I want to give you a word of warning of its corrupting nature. Throughout history, many have stumbled upon this power. The man who captured you, one of them, more recent times, he fell, not being able to withstand the dark draw. Must be careful when you use dark magics.
Have there ever been any under your watch that were able to resist the dangers that come
There
along
are some.
with?
Some have been able to learn both dark blood magic and other magics as well and gain their sanity.
Can you tell me more about these oddities?
There have only been 200 throughout history. I think that you may be able to resist.
How? What must I do?
Consider your actions. The world is no longer kind to magic, especially dark magic. The Great War. Those who use dark magic have been hunted, Careful. There are those you can find who can help. As you're kind of looking up, the swirling starts to go again.
Halifax.
Journey carefully, little one.
Wait.
This kind of
Don't
star
go.
pattern starts swirling and kind of spread out. Like streaks of stars head out in all directions, kind of slithering off. And you're looking up and it's just the normal night sky again.
I will begin to yell, is it Halifax? The Imperial
there's no-
City, you have to tell me!
Guys, I
So-
can't wait to get to the Imperial City.
There's just there's no response, and you guys, anyone awake would probably have heard that if you depending on how loud you're yelling.
Yeah, I'm like pleading, basically begging at this point.
Okay, so
It's
you guys are like,
been so long since
Yeah.
I've seen him. You
Mhm.
know.
I'm just trying to think. So like, you were like long range away, but everybody else could have heard Cap One shouting into
Yeah.
the sky.
What's Cap One doing?
Singing, I think.
Okay. Anyways, so the Imperial City, I'm just going to telling stories about my sister at the, I assume, a campfire or something.
Probably that one really good Regis Ball game too.
Yeah.
The World Cup.
Where was it? Coolio a Regis Ball player? Yeah.
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 Coolio was a Regis Ball
I also
player.
can't wait to meet Darth Maul. It's gonna be the best.
Remember where Darth Maul is?
He's in for he's
He's
a
in
virgin.
for, yeah. I do have notes. I had to write down who they are. Right, so Cap One, are you heading back? I
Yeah,
also
I'll-
don't know what anyone else is doing.
Yeah, does anybody else want to do anything while this is going on? I am gonna hit back.
I was feeling like a don't
It's basically like a mild hallucinogen, but it's not as aggressive. Like the Knight's Tear is more like a downer. This one's just like it seems to take away some of the edges of reality. It softens the edges of reality.
Did I take something?
When I get back,
I can't wait to get to the Imperial City, guys. I
Okay,
get to
so
see my sister.
You guys were the two people that ate the fruit.
Oh, that's true.
I asked Castus how old his sister is.
She'd be 15.
I think
Does he know?
15.
the edges of reality are fuzzy, Chris. I have to remember how old his sister.
It was drilling, and now it's.
Dude, it's always trailing. We only have 1 month. The 18th coming of Drelling.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so. Yeah, she's 15.
Tomorrow's gonna be a new month and somebody gets to name it. That's all we
Oh shit.
Wait, is it the end of drilling?
Yeah, I think it is the end of Drelling. Yes.
Oh, this
Let me-
month has flown by.
Does that make next?
You've got it. You've got it.
Does anyone remember the months? I've always been bad at these.
You don't know the months, Enzo? How did you join the night
not
without
when
knowing
we
all the
are.
months?
The next month.
I think it's Toyotathon.
Jesus.
And we're in.
We're gonna end this stream on that note.
Lawsuit.
Remember to go to your local Toyota dealer for Toyota
Oh my god.
Enzo, tomorrow's the first of Toyotathon.
I think it is Ifera. No?
What?
Yes.
Ifera.
Is that what they call it where you're from?
Yeah, Drelling, Ifera, and the next one after.
We've always called it Toyotathon.
This continent's weird.
Yeah. Cannon knows it is Ifera as well. but everyone, actually, Belle would too. The locals, this continent is known as Toyota.
So, upon my return, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm going to go grab a fruit.
Is anyone else gonna confront him on that? Who's just out there shouting at the desert at night?
Not really.
Since I'm feeling good, Captain One, what?
I do want to.
Are you okay?
I don't want to interact, but I do want to look at him and kind of get like a body language, feel insight checky kind of thing.
I don't respond to anyone.
How's everyone feeling?
Make a perception check, Cannon. Alright, what kind of body language does he see, Cap One?
My head is, I'm like, just kind of mumbling to myself, shaking my head, like super depressed. I thought, I didn't know that was going to happen, and after it did, I didn't get the information I wanted. And I'm really determined to find a way to convene with Khosroddan again. So, yeah, I'm just like really down, not very happy, not very social, not gonna be talking to anybody. I'm gonna go straight to the cart, bust out my alchemist set, grab one of the fruits, take a sample, and begin separating the skin from the juice from the actual meat of the fruit. And try to like do not an extraction or a determination, but just a separation of the different parts of the fruit.
Okay, so as he kind of walks past you guys, Castus says something, just kind of blows past Cole's shoulder and then starts digging around in bags and like the tinking of metal on glass and glass on glass as he starts to set up this kind of impromptu lab.
More beer?
Yes, please.
Anything?
No.
Alright, so he just keeps going.
I shake my head. I'm on a mission.
Alright, go ahead and make the alchemy check. Or, I got it, yeah. Alchemy check. Okay. You're able to get those things separated to base level things. So skin, meat. Sap. It's kind of like a thick, like the honeyish type thing. You're muted.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
muted.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm muted. So all the three parts, the skin, the honey, and the meat of the fruit are all separated, and I'm just gonna vial them up. How long does this take?
It'd probably take you setting up and then taking samples at least an hour.
Okay, that seems quick to me.
Oh,
But
guys, I think I'm being used to the desert. Feels good out
I'll
here.
vial those up and put them away
Mm-hmm.
and go to bed.
You get basically like 2 vials of each.
Okay.
Like, just put samples.
Okay.
They're not like full things, it's just samples.
You like the desert, Castus?
Yes, I'm going accustomed to it. Though I wish we could extinguish some evil today, but
Captain
in
hears
time
this.
it will happen. It will be fun. To Sutton and
We all have things we are wishing we could be doing this evening.
what would you wish you were doing, Enzo?
He's got his like on his back and his feet up on the edge of the cart looking up at the sky.
Okay, Enzo.
He's not moved. He's still just laying there. You asked him, what would you be doing to just
Enough said.
Anyways, I'm never asking you a question ever again, Enzo.
He's just looking at the sky.
I can read your thoughts, I think.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
Anyways, so
Wrong.
Sutton,
Wrong.
I can't wait to get back to. I can't wait to see some military friends, maybe friends. Who
Do
knows?
you have friends in Sultan?
I don't know who's there.
Oh,
I don't think so. I could have. I mean, I was in the military for 10 years. I could have. You get moved around a lot, so I might know somebody.
What was the craziest shit you've ever seen?
Oh, you want to involve death or not death?
I asked one single question. That's all you're getting.
So, one time in the swamps, there was this little fella, named Chaz. He was new to the outpost and didn't follow many orders, and we were directed not to explore into the swamp that much, and well, this thing got him, to put it short, but
Where do you take him?
not very far, to his stomach. There was a large, we call them, gator dills. And, it was, you've heard about them, and,
I have.
I told him not to wander, but
You just let him.
no, he ran out. But he got taken. It was my only casualty on when I was in charge, but was Jazz.
Kazra, Don, damn me!
And I flinch. God.
Oh. Is this one okay? Does he do this?
No, he doesn't do this.
He does a lot of things.
What is that fruit you have?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
It's tasty. It was. Now I feel great.
Felt like a good decision, like was made in the morning. That's how you like a start to a great day, like a balanced breakfast.
Bit of microdosing.
I think
Half of fucking
eating half
fruit.
a fruit is macrodosing.
A little micro.
I think I'm gonna take first rest if you guys want to stay up.
I'll take first watch.
I'm already in the
Alright.
cart, like trying to lay down.
I gotta lay down.
Alright, so the night passes without any issue. You guys carried on, it became more desert. It gets kind of cold now at night.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody else have one-on-ones, but no, we'll carry on and move quicker.
So,
Because we're going to do the next 3 days basically to travel quickly here. So if anyone at any point wants to pull someone aside.
Okay. Sounds good. So Cassis, Cap 1, and Enzo are asleep? Or is Enzo up?
Yeah. They're all asleep.
Well,
Enzo's not staying.
so Belle,
Yeah.
what's the first thing you're gonna get at Sutton?
Probably a bath.
And, well, god damn it. I know you have ideas for stuff. Got some money on ya.
You have a lot of money.
You think
So, I don't know. Nothing really.
we build a gun?
Food. You want to see the gun?
Oh, can we build one?
Oh, can we build one? I cannot build a gun.
We should build one.
Yeah, I don't think that I have the skill for that.
We should build a big one for the wagon.
That is a great idea.
It's just the grave diggers round. Every campaign I have turns into the grave digger. Next thing he's gonna do is power slide a Horton cart and just hit people.
I like that idea.
Go, Piston, go!
I do think we should get Piston a partner. Get,
I don't know how much a horse costs.
Piston and cab shaft.
No, piston, cam, and shaft.
It's a 3-horse cart.
Uh,
I call shaft.
as happy as Piston looks, she looks a little bit worn. So getting her at least
Yeah, we could use another
friend.
horse. Would be great, but I don't know how much that costs.
Shouldn't be that much.
Make
Actually, I would.
make
I
a
probably would
knowledge.
know how
Make
much.
a knowledge. I'd like just what are the options for knowledge? Adventuring. Make a knowledge adventuring check.
I make one too.
Yeah.
Probably like 3
My
gold.
parents were merchants, so the horses cost.
I'm
Some
looking.
amount.
I'm checking the thing. I have them in the spreadsheet
idea.
somewhere.
Would it be under?
I think it's in gear and potions. 400 for a riding beast, 1500 for like a war mount, and then like a beast of burden like piston is 200.
200 silver.
So 400 for like a horse, like a
Oh,
true
wow.
horse, and
Right
then
on.
1500 for like a war trained animal. Something
Fuck, dude, we should get a
not,
war trained animal.
Which,
To have one.
Does anybody have like 500 over?
I have 700.
I need to see.
Is that enough?
Oh,
it's
wait.
only you two awake right now, making this. You're scheming about buying a horse. And building
I have
a cannon.
183 silver, and then I also have a lovely golden bar.
Oh, I've got one of
So-
those too.
We could buy like a fleet of horses. We could all buy a horse,
Upgrade the wagon to like 2 draft horses.
or yeah, dude. Like we should do something there.
Start cruising.
That's a
We could
great
get a
idea.
bigger-
We should.
We could get a bigger cart and 2 horses.
Yeah, like this. Don't misunderstand. This is like a cart.
Yeah.
You guys have decked out with a tent
Yeah,
and bones.
we could get like maybe a real wagon or something, like a real.
wagon.
Yeah.
We can only dream.
We could think about this. We can talk about it with the
Could we engineer a land
Sure.
boat?
a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Like sails for the desert.
Can I invent steam power?
Dude, yep. Maybe if you put that dedication into intellect.
I'm still getting video issues here. Let me.
Yeah, me too.
reconnect. Okay, I'm good.
Anything else for Bell Cannon?
All right, 3 horses it
What's your
is.
decision?
And that's a
then
great idea.
Yeah, and then we can like keep traveling, I guess.
Alright, anybody else want to do a onesies with anyone?
I mean, the only thing that I would want to do is maybe get Belle by herself and resume
I'm
our
saying,
conversation.
You can do that. That's what.
Yeah, you would have the
This is
opportunity.
basically 3 days worth of
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So, Belle, I asked you before Enzo showed up if you had ever heard anything about spirit possession, and you said no.
I've never, not personally, but in stories, maybe. I don't know. Would I have heard stories?
You probably would have heard like randoms, like
Yeah, just
like you wouldn't know if they were totally true or not, but
yeah, just myths.
For the sake of brevity, I will give her the same story that I gave Castus regarding Canon. Basically, that I felt a presence of a spirit, in the night, and during that time, Canon seemed to.
you guys have seen him like physically change into this like, because effectively he's shape shifting. Like you literally turn into like a weird coyote dog. He turns into this like different person almost. What's it look like, Canon?
It's basically, that like cape I wear that like literally wraps around my like limbs and like masks my face, like pulled over my face, and it's very reminiscent to like Venom, like Spider-Man Venom.
But more mummy-esque?
More
Yeah.
like puppeteering than anything.
Okay. So I'll just pass
yeah.
along the information that I have about Canon's like dream state or whatever you want to call it. where he was. I don't know what was going on.
What's his name? What's your bone name?
Clarence Marrow.
That's Clarence Marrow. It's canon. It's canon and Clarence Marrow.
I will take all that information in. Not sure what to do with it.
I think at some point Enzo would want to talk to Bell.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be talking to him.
Ooh.
So your group is pretty tight knit, huh?
We've been through a lot.
How did you all meet?
Just random encounter in a bar looking for work.
The taverns are one of the world's natural places for a new adventuring group to meet.
Yep.
What did you do that forged your bonds? Normally bonds like this are forged in some kind of events or...
We were looking for a missing boy for his family, and he ended up being dead.
Found him.
We did find him.
So it was a success.
Yes, of sorts.
Closure means much to parents. Wondering is the worst.
It was a success. We did find him.
Then you headed to foreign?
That's right.
Then of course we all know what happened from there. You meet a wonderful caravan, beautiful people, decide to go on, and then crazy shit happens. And I joined the cult. No, this is not the cult. I can't tell. I did the weird things. But, I don't think Castus likes me very much.
I don't either.
And I don't really... Do you know if canon? What is his deal?
I don't know.
Well, alright. Alright. Just a little... Alright. We can take a quick break here. We'll pick up Sutton.
We will pick it up in Sutton, baby.
Woo! sure.
And we're back.
Rapper name generators.
Yes.
Oh no, there's way too many fields. I don't want to fucking think to do a name generator.
We're back.
I know. I'm not apparently ready.
We're not back.
All right.
It's okay.
We'll
No,
not be
it's-
back.
We're back. It's okay. So after your 3 last days on the road, somebody make sure you guys get rid of food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need to keep it going though. So
It's gotten hot during the day, like it's beating down sun.
it's beating down, son.
Piston's working up like a thick sweat. Because it had a cannon, I'm sure, tending to her on the journey.
Always whistling.
As you get closer to Sutton, you start to see desert. Kind of less sand, more hard dirt, but it's like still sandy too. There's just like dried dirts between it, and start to approach. You see this first on the horizon. You see big plumes of smoke above, and then as you get closer, you start to see a town, and around there's these massive pillars of like smoke or steam coming from like the outskirts on the north side of town. And come in, there's a small bridge. Well, it's not small, there's a big bridge over basically these massive fissures that cut through hundreds of feet deep down, and along the sides of these fissures there's scaffolding, and basically they've gone into it and they're mining from the bottom metal mines, but there's these big natural fissures that have been scaffolded down, and there's different parts of this like a narrower Grand Canyon but just as deep.
I think me and Squeak were there last year.
Massive pillars of steam and smoke coming out of it, and lots of workers down there, and then you get to a flat spot, and the main part of town's like just it's basically perched on the edge of this massive fissure.
Oh.
It kind of looks like the earth's opened up, and it's getting more and more populated. As you get to the town proper, there's a lot of it's a big city, and there's a lot of heavy military presence. There's guard posts, guard towers. Smell of like smelting and melting metal in the air. And you guys are welcome to Sutton.
The smell of smelting.
You been here before, Cassis?
Yes, once, years ago though. Yeah,
Alright. You lead the way.
Okay. Well, let's go in.
I hand you the reins.
Oh.
Do any of us start getting a fever because of all of the metal?
It's just the right amount of mercury.
I
Okay.
definitely have a fever.
Well, hopefully we can find a prescription.
Which is...
Well, we've made it to town.
Yeah, what do you guys like? What are you looking for? Cassis, we know your way around a bit, but like I don't know what your goal is. District, what type of area are you aiming at?
We would like to go to like a town center, somewhere we can park the cart.
Yes.
Stow it, and then I would like to look for somebody in charge, but kind of separate from the group.
All right, so you know the main trade center is called East Sassop Square.
East Sassop. All right.
And it's basically a hub. You can find an inn of different varieties. Like picture.
How many days should we stay here, guys and girl?
Up to you guys. Honestly, I'm down to leave tonight, even if you guys are.
What time of day is it?
5 probably get there around midday. It's the third day.
Well, why don't we spend the day? We stock up and continue on in the morning. I'll pay for the inn. I know a spot.
Woohoo!
Okay.
On the edge of the square, you know there's a larger inn that has a. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Needs to be muted though, I think.
Yep, you got it.
Nope.
On the edge of East Sassom Square, there's an inn that has pretty good rooms and good dining. Not like fancy, but just like quality, warm food, good beer. It's called Scriffith's.
Alright.
You head over to Scriffith's. It's like a 3-story tavern, with a stable out back.
I would just like to quickly go in and get. I mean, there's 6 of us or 5 of us.
Yeah.
3 rooms. And because we have a lady.
Ooh. You want private rooms or like common rooms?
3
like
private
that.
rooms.
Those are 5 silver apiece
Okay.
for one night.
Yep, and then overnight for the stable.
Now they put 1 more silver on there for piston.
All right.
You acquire 3 rooms on the 2nd story of Scriffith's.
As we park the cart, I let everyone know and give them their room keys and say, "All right, in the morning we will take off."
Should we look for a bigger cart and perhaps a companion for Piston?
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for that sort of stuff.
Okay, we should probably all go because probably like split the cost. It's gonna be fairly expensive, right? Or at least we should give somebody money.
Where's that calculator at? On the drive?
Could be.
Let's do a account here of how much cash we have collectively.
Yeah, we should figure that out, probably. We're gonna make a big purchase like this.
I have 150 silver.
I have 133 silver and 1 gold bar.
How much were those worth?
1,000.
They gave you guys a lot of money.
You still have your gold bar?
You.
As do I.
I have 704 silver.
So we were about 3,000 silver or so.
I've got
Plus the
217.
100 silver I gave to Enzo. Enzo, you're pitching
So
in.
we've got over 3,000 silver. That is a lot of money.
You guys can go shop. I'll give you guys 100. I'll give Belle 100 more silver since she's
Okay.
getting it together. And I would like to go see get the update here from see if there's any local news.
The main fort in the Sutton is called Fort Bane.
Yeah, that's where I would be heading.
All right, so we got Bell and Cannon going for a horse. Kaplan doing.
I would like to try to find an armor smith. This being a mining town.
Okay, and then Cassius is going to the fort. Got it.
I will have given Bella 100 of my 217 silver as well.
So we can go with the Bell and Cannon first. After a little bit of looking, it's a lot of like weaponsmiths, armorsmiths. Like that's like metal is the town's trade, right? But you are able to find a place for like an hour or so, maybe two. There's the stables. Head in, and there's a middle-aged gentleman currently shoeing a horse, basically, as you're coming up towards the front, working.
Excuse me.
Hello there.
You need help with that steed there?
This one I'm just finishing up. What brings you around?
For one of those, actually.
A shoeing or a horse?
Uh,
Hey.
How much for the shoeing?
Just don't tell my wife. Oh no.
Bad jokes.
Dude. What kind of steed are you looking for?
A horse.
Yeah.
One that can carry a large wagon. With the aid of another, of course.
Draft horses.
Sure. Kind of roll my eyes a little bit.
Okay. Well, those go for. I don't know. Do you want to do a negotiation? First?
We definitely want to negotiate.
Well, you know, there's different breeds and sizes and ages.
We're looking for more medium-sized. The horse we have isn't the largest, so I don't want it to, kind of overpower it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need a balanced pulling team.
Exactly.
All right. He kind of takes you back, and there's probably like 16 or 17 different horses around. Some of them towards one side are like big, angry, aggressive beasts that are like full muscle and like all knotted muscle and anger. There's some leaner ones that are more graceful and.
Is there any that are like more the size of Piston?
Yeah, and then as you kind of keep going farther back to like this is not the vibe.
Back aisle.
Piston's like a donkey.
Piston's like a mule, I thought.
It's a mule.
Yeah, it's a mule. And you get back to like some smaller, like really runty kind of horses. And,
a big mule is what we have pulling our.
Yeah. Is this kind of more the stock?
Yeah, actually, yes. Yes.
Well, any of them catch your eye, and as you're looking around, there's like just some standard like dull gray. There's like a little more brown of a gray. There's one that has like just one eye that's like white, and then everything else is like gray. These are all really not that pretty animals.
I'm gonna start whistling.
And then there's one with some spots on it.
I'm gonna start whistling.
White.
The one who interacts the most.
All right. Put a little spice on it.
Yeah, a little spice.
Make a little verse check for me.
Little verse guy. Gotcha. Oof.
After, you're whistling along and walking around seeing him, you see one's ears perk up that is gray. And it has kind of like you'd want to call it a mane on more majestic creatures, but just kind of like
Is it a mule or a horse?
That gender neutral haircut.
Yeah, it's rocking a gender neutral haircut that is just slightly darker gray from the gray of the fur. Its ears kind of stand up when you're whistling. That one's name? Pat Park.
Pat Park?
I don't know, dude. It's just like popped it up. I'm on found names on my generator.
Mark.
Here, hold on.
Belle wants to ask if it's a boy or a girl. Horse.
Doesn't matter, Belle.
Curious.
It's a fair question.
There's some. Its name. Is that a body Sky Cold?
Guy Cole?
That's the part you latched on to?
Can you
Not
copy?
a body Sky Coleman.
Fuck yeah.
It's the longest thing.
Dude, they're getting dead. Dude, that is a racehorse winner right there. That is a triple crown champion. Fuck yeah.
How much do these usually run for?
Or there's a different one that's just a dull brown. It's called Stink Ross.
No. I like
Adamati Sky Coleman.
I know, I like Adamati a lot.
I hurt on the inside.
Can we just call it
really like
Body
Adabody.
Stink?
I'm gonna call him A Sky for short.
He prefers his full name at
Fuck yeah.
Piston.
Let's get this horse.
And Adamati Sky
I'm
Coleman.
paid.
I'm wondering if he can sell us a fucking wagon too. A fucking wagon.
Yeah, we need a fucking wagon for Enzo and Belle.
Yeah, nearby you'd have seen some wagon places. It was not this place. This is a stable, but you can find one.
Okay. No worries then.
I'm
Well,
genuinely in pain.
Let's buy that horse. I asked
Well,
Cannon if he
make-
thinks
make
we
me
should
an
get the
offer.
horse.
Which one catches your eye?
This little guy right here.
I want to try to negotiate for. I'll offer him 333 silver for it.
Or
I'm trying
Adamati
to-
Sky Coleman?
For Adabody Sky Coleman and see if he'll take it.
God damn.
Alright.
That's way too much for out of body.
You think?
Make a
Yeah.
charm.
Is it?
The
Yes.
base is 400, so make a not charm negotiation, sorry.
I'm gonna do congenial. It's an incidental. I'm gonna suffer one strain to downgrade the difficulty.
Dope.
Oh yeah.
Really good. Alright.
It's so good. Talents are amazing. Actually, hold on. I might have something for my fine clothes.
Ridiculous name.
It's the ideal name for an alien,
it's a
according to
setback,
this
okay.
name generator.
Is it ready?
Yeah. Alright. And
Does he take my 333 for?
I can't quite do 330, but I can maybe get it down to 360. This isn't just any.
Well, what do you think, Cannon? Can you spot me the
This is Adabody Sky.
the
Coleman.
27 silver?
Oof, I don't know. I've only got. Yeah, I could.
No. I've only got this
I think we'll
massive
do that.
pouch.
I think we'll do that. We'll
You
buy
want
that.
This one?
Yeah, for
Do you need
360.
any saddlebags or anything like that?
I look at Cannon because he deals with the horse or with fucking
No, but if you have not really
Saddle?
saddlebags or saddle, but maybe a feeding bag and reins for it to attach it to a wagon.
Yeah, I can do that. That'll be another
Not included?
50. I'm sorry, I have to make money on the horse and the tech.
Another 50, huh? 410. How about you just make it an even 400?
Make a negotiation check. Giving you 2 boosts because it's reasonable. It makes sense and it's an even number.
Negotiation.
Alright.
Hey.
I like a good round sail.
Perfect.
All right.
Alright. Any paperwork we need to do at all?
What?
Nothing.
No. Here's the title.
Any insurance included?
It says Out-of-Body Sky Coleman on it. And it's got like an artist rendition.
The license plate.
The horse. Got an ass brand number. The horse bin.
Nice.
Perfect.
Oh.
Alright, Out-of-Body, come on, buddy.
He prefers his full name.
Out-of-Body Sky Coleman. We're ready to go.
We can go look for a wagon, right?
Now it's wagon time.
Wagon time. Somebody else can.
Yeah, somebody else can
Yeah,
go.
we can jump
Get
right
on there.
over towards we'll do the shoppers first. There's tons of options for blacksmiths. Like, this is a town that's made on metal and smelting, and
Can I have something made with my bones?
I have to be here longer than a day then.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, you were wanting to try to make a gun cannon.
Yeah, but we can buy the parts and make the gun.
Make the gun out of bones.
Bone gun.
We could look and see. I would like to look and see if we can find gun parts
Um,
for the wagon.
are there? I would like to walk around and see if there's any magic items being sold. If there's like a magic shop, it is kind of a large city.
it is. You'd be able to find like an herbalist, like an alchemist, but not like any magic.
Like enchanters
shops.
or anything.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Then I'm going to spend my time in the inn getting hammered and spreading stories about this legend named Gibby the Lion and how good his ale is. That's all I really want to do.
All right, so 1 silver per drink. So whatever you decide your limit there.
Probably like 15.
All right.
Jesus.
Let's make it around 10. Let's make it around 10.
All right, we'll jump over to Castus, and you work your way through town, and you approach this stone-walled fort with crenellations and towers, like peel towers on different points. It's relatively big, and in the middle there's a small castle. Like the
I'd like to approach.
you approach the main gate, which is open, and there's like 2 guards down manning the gates, and they see you approaching, and you come up and what's your business?
Greetings. I'm First Sergeant Nix of the Sustros outpost.
So, Sergeant, what brings you here?
I have a small crew. I'm just passing through. Just would like to check in with the fort and make sure they didn't need any extra hands or get the update of the land here.
All right, well, I'm going and talk with the quartermaster. Something. He's in there. General,
you.
You're not going to get general time.
But
Yeah, figured.
First sergeant.
before we move on, I just want to note that in my time in the inn while getting drunk, I will be in a roundabout way prodding locals, patrons for any information about Stonesbrook, if any of that information has made it this far. Just continue.
All right. Talk to Sergeant Major Simon.
Simon, thank you.
He's in the Outer Bailey.
All right.
As you kind of approach in, it's relatively busy. There's a lot of things coming in and out, but over to the side, you see someone you'd be able to identify as like around that rank, giving some orders, like telling some people what to do. Probably safe to assume that this is at least. It's probably him.
Okay, I would like to approach but not interrupt if he's giving orders, and then
I need 3 carts to the quarries, and then we need to ship these weapons down to Fort Broken Shield. Yes, sir. And they leave, and he kind of just continues riding down. He's not talking to anybody anymore.
Sergeant Major,
Yes.
I am First Sergeant Nix of the Sustros Outpost.
First Sergeant, what can I do?
I am here with this small party, just coming through town. I just would like to offer our services, or if you have any updates on what we can be expecting. We're on our way to the Imperial City.
Imperial City. The aliens are still making troop movements along the border, and as always, we're responding, but we don't anticipate immediate action. As far as Imperial City goes, I don't have any business there.
Right. Personal for us, but you said, is there any hostile Trellians encounters on the border that we should be looking out for?
Kind of handed a paper to someone else, and he starts picking up some stuff and having, like, in the middle, he's like, load this wagon. Why is this taking so long? And then he turns around, and there's been no raids, but just we're anticipating something. Something seems off, but it always, like, you know, like after years in the military, there's always talk that there's about to be. It always seems like it's on the edge of another small war.
Okay. All right. Well, everything looks.
If you encounter anything or learn anything, feel free to send updates or correspondence, but I don't.
All right. We've only, just seen some chimeras out in the desert, but nothing.
Chimeras? Which way?
Northwest of here.
They aggressive.
Not that I could tell. They didn't attack us.
Then he kind of goes over and yells. Where's my? There we go. Yeah. Corporal! Yes, sir. Were there any aggressive things in the last caravan towards Corin? They did report some wildlife. It's strange that you bring me that news. This has been the third caravan that's we've heard of being attacked by wildlife in that direction between here and Corin.
Well,
Is there any other things you saw there? Or something seems to be stirring them up.
yes, we actually encountered a dark magic creature.
Dark magic creature? What do you mean? Explain.
It's an ugly looking creature. I've heard it was called a hag. We disposed of it, and I've been told there's more of them, and we're just restocking here in Sutton, and we were gonna go back out and dispose of them.
Well, soldier, if you can clear the roads, I will give you 1,000 silver for a hag's head.
Well,
If you can do it.
what about our existing? We have a. Never mind.
I just need proof.
For sure. Sergeant Major, I will accept that, and we will dispose of those hags. Also, there's a caravan coming through that we've encountered over near Garrus. Mayed Ryu,
Oh. More filth.
they're not to be trusted.
As always.
This
Well, thank you for the warning. We'll make sure to put some extra guards. When should we expect the gypsies?
2 to 3 days.
Okay.
This one, especially.
Thank you, First Sergeant. I can't promise anything else, but if you can bring me hags' heads and the reports of our caravans being attacked stop, so we can probably work something out.
Thank you, sir.
All right, dismissed. He continues going back.
Yep. I walk away.
Bell and
I'll
Cannon.
go back to the. I'm going back. Head my way back to the inn.
Okay, Bell and Cannon, you're looking for a wagon?
Yeah, but I'm gonna, before we go to the wagon place, I'm gonna go get Piston and our wagon, see if we can trade it in for like cheaper price.
Okay.
I like it.
Kids can do that. If you're not going inside, you won't notice Cap One drinking heavily, so you're able to go get that. You get Piston, hitch up the wagon, and you head back towards the outer side, and you find a shop, Wagons, Dragons, and Big Red Flagons.
Piston, Adibody Sky Coleman, Piston.
We figure out if that horse is a boy or a girl.
Adibody Sky Coleman is definitely a boy.
Okay.
I also love the idea that it's Adibody.
I thought you said out of body.
Adibody Sky Coleman.
It's out of body if you're in fucking Bangor, Massachusetts, or wherever the fuck. Out of body.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys head into Wagons, Dragons, and Big Red Flagons. And there's just lots of people working around, carpenters. You're able to find someone. It's a woman who's kind of wearing like it's pants and like a corset kind of, but like less like frilly, more like leathery sleeves and stuff. And what brings you to a lovely shop?
Well, me and my colleague here, we're travelers, and sometimes we pick up things and sell them, so we're up-and-coming merchants, and I was hoping to trade in this wagon for one a little bit bigger.
So as you look around, there's covered wagons, all the way from like tents, like with like wooden frames and like a draped over tent, and like that to full wooden structured with like metal like leaf springs kind of wagons.
Well, what are your price ranges? I'm looking more at that, like the covered one, not like the middle one. Yeah, the middle with like the fleece or whatever on top.
Okay. Just saw it. So anyway, from 200 to like 1,000 silver, we can find a wagon. What do you need it for?
Just for traveling purposes, gear. Gear, water barrels, food.
Do you require comfort, or is this just
Well, we don't require it, but we would like it to have more comfort than this one, and I kind of gesture to our wagon.
Well, most anything will have more comfort than that. All of my wagons certainly will, at least.
Well, we need one that can be pulled by 2 horses,
Okay.
at least.
And are you looking for a hard wooden structure? Any kind of dampeners? Any type of hidden compartments or things for the shadier?
I actually wouldn't
Can I
mind
give you a nudge?
a hidden compartment. That'd be nice.
Keeps things safe
The
from
worst
bandits.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of cost are we looking at?
He brings you over to a wagon that's probably 7 feet wide. The wheels are probably 3 feet tall on it. Wide enough for draft horses, 2 draft horses. It's got wooden frame on the side and just like a pretty standard, like pitched roof.
How
With
long is
wooden
it?
shingles. It's like 14 feet long.
Pretty good size.
That's a badass size.
And it's kind of like the front kind of comes up, and then there's a bench on front, and it's got it covered. The front of the roof goes over the bench, and in the back there's like a small bed that's big enough for like barrels on it.
Could
And then the back of the top structure overhangs the back of it.
Beautiful.
how many people does the front bench? I know I'm not there, but how many
You're
people?
not there.
I know, but I'm just curious how many people the front bench could hold.
It's
More
nice
than-
that you're curious, but are
more
they
than two.
curious?
Well, I'm sure it's more. I'm sure it's more than one. I'm okay with just more than one.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks to
fine.
be. It's about 2.
Yeah,
The front
it's
bench
fine.
is just for drawing.
About
There's a
it.
door. There's like a door on the side to get in.
Oh,
Okay.
that's perfect. What are we looking at here,
Here,
Miss?
this will. Well, I don't know. And she kind of like leans and who's leading this charge?
Me, I guess.
Yeah,
All right.
go for it.
What's your cool?
My cool. My cool is 1 yellow, 2 green.
She kind of like leans over and, well, a woman has to get things done, and she's gonna do a charm on you. She's using her charmingness.
Ah.
So basically what that's gonna mean is 2 setback dice on your negotiation roll. She's working her stuff. Alright, now roll a negotiation. Wait. Okay.
There it is.
Okay, so that I think it would probably cost around 600 silver.
600. Any way I can trade this thing up for you? Maybe take off a 40 or 50 silver.
Kind of looks at the wagon and 40.
560 it is.
We have a deal then.
Yeah.
He like lasciviously leans over and shakes your hand and like leans really far forward.
Don't sell my tent.
Oh,
we sold
we're
it.
gonna have to take all this stuff out of the.
Yeah. No, we took the 10 off.
I think we should.
Yeah, that's
Get
fine to
another
take
tent.
this stuff out.
Okay.
All right, so you guys have a covered wagon, and inside she kind of opens it up, and there's like the first 10 feet in the front are all just kind of like up. There's like 2 windows up at the top for like ventilation. It's a pitched roof, like a V, and in the back it stops, and then there's a box, basically 4 foot. Then there's at the top like another 3 feet, and then like a shelf or above where the barrels would go on the back.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, are we all pitching in for this wagon?
I already
my-
gave you silver.
Oh, yeah. You gave 100
Yeah.
I gave 100.
to 300. Okay.
There you go. You have a new covered
So-
wagon, and it holds up to 50 encumbrance.
The only money that I have is the gold bar now.
That's
Well,
okay.
yeah, you guys do
I'll,
need the money to do this.
yeah. I'll go ahead and pay the rest off.
Okay. You guys are able to figure that out. Hitch up Piston out-of-body Sky Coleman. And because you're able to both sit at the front. Woohoo! And there's like little metal hooks on the sides for lanterns to be hung on like each corner of it.
Awesome.
Like this is a bona fide cart now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trailer.
I whistle really loud outside the inn, just like kind of see if they notice my whistle. I whistle all the time.
horses.
So no,
Yeah. Everyone.
One.
Oh. From across town? As you pull up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys can decide if you recognize the whistle. Cap One probably doesn't. He's inside getting shitty.
I mean, conveniently coming back at the similar time.
Yeah, you're coming back at the same time, and you see these two on this. Pretty impressive. Oh, and Enzo's
Wow.
Yeah, what's
Hanging out.
Enzo been doing this whole time?
Enzo's hanging out with Cap One in the tap house.
We've quite the upgrade, guys. The Nighthood has come. I think right above the wagon there, we should put that 4-pronged zag head.
Okay.
How we roll?
Did we kept all the skulls in the shed? I would
you
assume.
guys can
Yeah,
keep
we
all
kept
the stuff.
everything that was in the old wagon.
I
Yeah,
want
so
you
you
guys
guys-
our new friend. This is Adabadi Sky Coleman. Say hi, everyone.
Out of body Sky Coleman, huh? It's quite the name. I like people who go by a first and a last name. It's respectful.
Especially horses.
Out of body Sky Coleman. My name is Castus Nix.
It
Kicks him in the nuts.
It nuzzles your hand as you click.
Haha.
This is a little more trained. These horses like trained. Advice Guy Coleman's like a trained horse.
I check to see if it's a male or a female.
The male.
Oh, we may have a partner here for you, Piston.
Piston stands.
Okay.
Piston's not the most reactive of beasts.
Well then, how about that pint
Okay, let's
talked
go get a
about-
drink.
the other night?
Right. Yeah, you guys reconvene and you see Enzo sitting at the bar and Cap One going around working the room. Can you just, for me, do some charm checks? Do one general charm.
Who?
Cap One.
So, there we were.
Oh God.
He says, "Do you know why they call me Gibby the Lion?" And next thing I know, my buddy Castus just punches him in the face.
He was there.
Next thing I know, he's not a person anymore. He's a fucking lion. Holy shit! Do I get any boosts for that?
This is a charm for Enzo.
No, this is just a general charm on the room. He's been working the room while you guys have been out.
Oh,
Enzo's like not next to him. He's just like sitting at the end of the bar drinking, like listening to the story being told, and he like knows Gibby, and there's a lot
But
of
he was
baggage.
there.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Ah, this is what we need.
Oh
Amazing.
God.
All right, roll. Who we need to end a session on?
Oh God. We tried to be good.
Oh man. Okay.
Enzo was pissed.
So you guys come back in
What
and
is-
at the end of another telling of this same story, and you guys hear Cap One just shouting this story out over and over.
Oh
I don't know if
God.
it's over and over. I feel like at this point I'm just talking to the whole
Yeah, he's just
like half
addressing the room.
I've got half the room telling
So
the
you
story.
guys come
to.
in right in the middle of him telling him that there was a massive lion. He's shitty.
Well, it seems like Cop One's made friends.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know him.
I'd like to find a table, open, hopefully. Got
Yeah,
a beer.
there's a spot open.
And,
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you guys want to do any interaction here, and then we'll wrap up as you guys go to bed.
yeah, I talked to Sergeant Major, and he's offered me a proposition of 1,000 silver a hag head. I let him know of the situation, and he said some of their caravans here for transporting goods. I've been attacked by wildlife, so maybe linked to the dark magic.
I think Sister's caravan was hit too.
I hope not.
We would have seen something.
I think so.
I do not think so. I think they are usually large enough. Enzo's a little bit drunk too. He's been drinking through this ordeal with Cap. he's like 4 or 5 in.
I'm not there. I'm still
No,
telling stories.
When you saw the Chimera, did they look controlled? Kind of like how the Ableton were listening to the one hag?
They were definitely in sync.
Hmm.
They were in a flock or whatever you would, they circled overhead.
We were being spied on and not hunted.
Could be.
Well, anyways, you guys aren't into just dispelling evil dark magic from this land. We can settle on the price of 1,000 silver a head. It's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice. We already have one head,
True.
though it's
But it's been
dull
boiled.
now, I guess. Yeah, that might not be very good proof.
Yeah, so like the boiled hag head is just kind of like a weirdly shaped human skull.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well then.
Alright. Well, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take my room key and go upstairs.
Who's rooming with who?
I'll room with
Cap1
Cap
doesn't
1.
know yet.
Okay. You have Enzo there too.
So, yeah, me and Cassis, and then Enzo and Cap 1 then, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys gonna shove Enzo and Castus in a room? That's gonna go
I'm with Kevin.
violently. That's gonna go punchily.
Where'd that go? I don't know. He left in the middle of the night. Don't check that bag.
He's weeping in the corner with like just a pummeled face.
God.
He's in the sword. Alright, so if anyone else doesn't have anything to do, we can fade out on you guys heading upstairs, getting in your rooms, and just like fade out in like the tap house main room lights slowly going, and last call being called out as Cap 1 is still regaling the remnants of the audience.
Did you resolve that despair? Is that a hidden resolve?
We'll figure that one out.
What was the success?
The success is the
You're
people.
charming.
Yeah, some people are listening and they're like okay with it.
So they're down with my story of my tales of my adventures.
That despairs for me.
God,
Your
no,
bar
no,
stories
it's
are
not.
going well.
It's for us, and you know it. Like,
Oh, shit.
oh my God, that was of all of the red dice that we. Yep. Yes.
No!
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
What?
He was asking about fucking
Oh,
Stone's
fuck.
Well,
Dipshit.
about time to hit the
I
old
was trying to
dusty
do it in a
trail.
roundabout way. I was trying to be subtle about it, but I didn't. Oh man.
We're gonna have to kill Sutton.
We're gonna have to kill Caplon. You guys might have to kill Caplon.
Alright, but we'll end it there, guys.
Alright,
Okay.
alright.
Good job,
Thanks.
everybody.
Awesome.
Good session.
yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Catch us next Wednesday or maybe Thursday. Same Hood Rat time, same Nighthood place.
Boom.